have no apologies for going to war with Nigeria, says ONWENU. Nigeria's Lady of Songs, activist journalist ONYEMA has said the Igbo people will make no apologies for going to war with Nigeria, as according to her, the Biafra was a war brought on them and they had to fight in self-defense. ONWENU, who spoke on Monday in Lagos at the Never Again conference organized by Nzuko Umana, an Igbo sociocultural group, to mark 50 years since the end of the Biafra War in 1970, also recalled how her widowed mother's property was seized in Port Harcourt, Rivers State after the war. She said the Biafra is a very sensitive and painful matter that ought to be addressed. This is a subject matter that is very close to our hearts, she said. It is very personal to very many of us, very sensitive matter, very painful matter indeed. And yet, some of us have lived with some bitterness, and we make no apologies about that. We were a people in war, led into war, not by our own wishes or design, but in self-defense. No apologies, Nigeria, no apologies to the world. But here we are. I was born and raised in Port Harcourt. My father, DK ONWENU, was the first Arundizungu man in the Federal House, and he was representing Port Harcourt constituency. He was the principal of Enitona High School. He was a brilliant man, but he died too early. I'm from Abia State since I'm an Aru daughter. I'm from Imo State, Arundizungu, and I'm also from Anambra, where my mother comes from. I can go there and live and nobody can stop me. I'm also from Lagos State. I married a Yoruba man. I have two children. I have two Yoruba children. Yeah. ONWENU said this, said she fought the Biafra War and recalled many children and aged people dying in her care. She regretted that the war has not yet ended and warned those still fighting the Igbo to be careful. I fought the war as a young girl between 14 and 17 years, and I lost many relatives. I carried babies who died in my arms. I treated old people who took days to die. People were dying of hunger. Even our soldiers were dying out of hunger. But thank God we survived. When my father died at 40, he was a politician and also a principal, but he didn't have much money. In those days, you had to keep your day job, even if you were a member of the House of Representatives. Yes, my mother, an Anambra woman, was a trader. She was richer than my dad, so my dad would borrow money from her to buy land and he never paid back. You know how it is with husbands and wives. At the end of the war, I couldn't go back to Port Harcourt. My home was abandoned. My home was abandoned property. Those of you who come from Port Harcourt know the story. The home that a widow my father had only laid the foundation when he died in an accident. The building that a widow built was seized as an abandoned property, and living just adjacent to us on Hospital Road where were the Ikokus. In fact, I thought we were related because every family in Port Harcourt was together. You didn't care where anyone came from or who they were, whether you were from Port Harcourt or not. Even every parent had the right to reprimand a child he or she saw misbehaving. Port Harcourt was a beautiful town, but we couldn't get back to it. So for me, the civil war never ended. It is still going on. My poor mother went back to Port Harcourt to claim her property and she was beaten into a coma by people whom she had helped all her life. People she had helped to send to school because she's an Igbo woman and now Port Harcourt belonged to another group of another. They forgot the sacrifices that the Igbo made. It is still going on. No apologies have ever been made about that. The road that is now referred to as Harold Wilson Road used to be DK ONWENU Road. That's on account of the sacrifices that the ONWENUs, the Ikokus, and the rest made in Port Harcourt, made in building up in Port Harcourt. Yeah, I am. I traveled outside thanks to my sister who was at Harvard at the time. But we all came back to develop Nigeria. I have tried with the little talent that God has given me to use it to the betterment of my society and my country. But if I were a Yoruba or a Hausa woman, I would probably have had more patronage, more help, and more support than I have got by my self-help effort to raise this country up. But I'm not asking anybody for anything. I put myself through school. My widowed mother did her best. I was working 2 jobs in America to put myself through school. I didn't want to take the Nigerian scholarship because they were giving it to everybody, those who deserved it and those who didn't, and many of them were not even in school. I am angry at Nigeria. I am angry at this government which seems to be letting us down. I'm angry at us as a people. I am angry at my people, Ndigbo, because he who is rejected doesn't reject himself. Stop complaining and do it yourself. We have always been able to do that. How did we build Imo Airport? Nobody built for us. We spent many years raising money. I was traveling all over the country to do free concerts to raise money for Imo Airport. That's who we have been. And I remember that in those days, if the Igbo State Union decides, that's it. Everybody follows the line and gets it done. Oh my God. What a touching story. Really, really touching story. When you don't know where people are coming from, maybe you just meet them halfway, you start judging them from that. But if they sit back and sit you down and begin to tell you what they have really gone through, if this woman has not even come out, if not because of this uh Igbo, maybe 50 years after the Civil War, you wouldn't have heard this, from her. Of course, maybe she must have been saying it, in other platforms before now, but at least she's bringing it again to everybody's memory, because now the story will go further than the way it has gone before now. So it's a good thing that people come to express themselves. From the way she's speaking, you could really relate if you have an open mind. For those who do not have an open mind to things, they wouldn't even be bothered in the first place. But if you have an open mind, you'll be able to relate what she was saying. Though, even as I was going through when she was talking about all of this, it was as if I was there. I was just trying to figure out how things were really going then, And she said she's angry with everything, most especially with her people. She's angry with them that you don't even, that they are known for doing things themselves. And that is why you see, when people talk about Igbos, oh, Igbos are this, Igbos are that, in a positive way, they do things, they make things happen irrespective of how a place can be, how deserted a place can be. They will come to the place and make it lively. They will bring life to that place. They know how to put one and two together to make it millions. That is them for you. They are industrious. Nothing is so difficult. And that is why I say, stop complaining. You need to really know and remember your worth, because you are more than that. You are more than that. And the bottom line is that she said she's not, there are no, there's no apologies of any kind, because the whole thing was brought to them and they have to fight in their own self-defense. They are really special people, whether you like them or not. Everybody is special. You can talk about your own specialty the way you want to deem it, but it cannot be taken away. Everybody is special, but there are some people that are really, they are really more special in a different way, in other aspects. When you talk of being industrious, making things happen, bringing life to something, especially bringing life to something that is dead, struggling, making effort to make sure that things really work very well. They are very, very good at that. They are very, very good at that. And that's why they are still fighting the whole thing. Like he said the war is still ongoing. The fight is still ongoing. We know what is happening. Those who cannot even get anything, and they can make anything. They can make something out of nothing. Apart from those who have everything at their disposal, yet are they really industrious? They are just there looking for what to get, what to get, what to get from other people. But even if they give them something, they cannot even multiply it. They are just there, just be receiving and be receiving. So, and that's why she said she's angry with her people. Why complaining? Because you guys are more than that. You can make things happen. And for the fact that the way the government is even going by going with the whole thing, it makes her more angrier. So that is just the way it is. Like I said, if you don't understand people's story, if you don't understand where they are coming from, meeting them halfway, you want to start with them on that level. But if you have opportunity of sitting down with them and let them tell you what they've been going through before you met them at that junction, I think if you have an open mind, you'll be able to understand better. But what we have now, all over the country, all over the place, there is this conspiracy of whatever you might want to think about it. There's conspiracy, and that is just it. Nobody seems to know the direction, the right direction. And let's hear what people are saying. Someone says here, God in heaven will bless you and bless you until you need nothing more. Our present so-called leader are porous in head. They are selfish to a fault, such that decisions taken to better our land are often resisted in their quest to please outsiders. They believe we make them what they want to be in life. And another says, you are very right. I was 2 years old when the war started, and my late dad who loved Igbos, told us candidly the Nigeria and Biafra war. I have always written that the Nigerian government should make reparation, declare public holiday for those killed and injured. The government have to genuinely repent and treat Nigerians equally. Someone says, the elegant stallion, I salute you. You are truly Ada Igbo. You are blessed. Where is Obi Ezekwesili? Someone says here, Nigeria will always be afraid of a Biafran Christian-dominated country close to them because they can't stand an Israel-type country beating them at any slight provocation. Because surely Nigeria will provoke them and they will flog Nigeria like a little kid. And someone says here that, Onyeka, talk to them as these elders seem to have suddenly forgotten yesterday. Please, if you are not an Igbo, your comment is not needed here. God bless you, ma. May God continue to keep you alive for our sake. Thank you. Ñ1G. Wow, that word, make me remember one of our songs. I don't even, I can't really pronounce the lyrics of that song. But the last one is when this person said, thank you, Ñ1G. When she sang, Ekwe o, ekwe o, ekwe o, ekwe o, ekwe. Da 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 da. Da 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 di 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 da. Something like that. I don't know much about it. That song rings bell. Someone says, I am moved to tears. If only Ndi Igbo can come back to their senses. Ada Igbo, name Ogadiri Gimma. May Almighty God bless you. Thus is what I'm saying. We can do it ourselves. Ndi Igbo have been known for self-help projects. We can do it. Our men are failing us. Adanai, Ñ1G, Adadiora, Ma, it shall be well with you. So guys, I wouldn't want to go much because a lots of comments here. And it's very, 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 very painful. But some people are of the opinion that she doesn't know what she's talking about. How can she say that the war was brought to them, that who ignited the war and all of that? All of those things are gone. But what we are talking about now is that, and what she's talking about, what she's concerned about is that the Igbos can do it themselves. That stop complaining. You know your words. You have all it takes for you to get what you want. But unfortunately, there in every 12 there must be Judas, and that is what is happening, and that is what exactly is happening. And some of the elders, some of those who call themselves leaders, they are thinking in another direction. Just like somebody said, they are looking for something else, whereas they can do it themselves. And that's where the angle this woman is coming from. And now she's saying that Ndi Igbo have no apologies for going to war with Nigeria. So guys, let's hear your take. Leave your comments below and let's learn from you. Bye.